Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 13, Lesson 84, and it's the final lesson of our whole Grade 7 course. Today we tackle two spelling rules that will keep your spelling sharp for years. First, we'll learn when to double the final consonant before we add an ending. Second, we'll learn when to write I before E and when to flip them around. Learn the trigger for each and you're set. Let's finish strong. Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 13, Lesson 84, and it's the final lesson of our whole Grade 7 course. Today we tackle two spelling rules that will keep your spelling sharp for years. First, we'll learn when to double the final consonant before we add an ending. Second, we'll learn when to write I before E and when to flip them around. Learn the trigger for each and you're set. Let's meet the first rule, the one grammarians nickname the 1-1-1 rule. Here's the idea in plain words. You double the final consonant before a suffix that starts with a vowel, but only when three things are true at once. First, the word ends in one final consonant. Second, that consonant comes right after one vowel. Third, the stress, the beat you say loudest, falls on the last syllable. When all three are true, you double that final letter. If even one is false, you leave it alone. Let's watch the rule fire when all three conditions line up. Take run. It ends in one consonant, N, right after one vowel, U, and it's a single syllable, so the stress lands on it. Add ing, and you double that N, running with two N's. That's the move. Double the final consonant before a vowel suffix. The same thing happens with begin, which becomes beginning, and omit, which becomes omitted, because in each, we say the last syllable loudest. Doubling that letter keeps the short vowel sound locked in. Now the flip side, the times you must not double. First, if the stress is not on the last syllable, leave the consonant single. We say enter with the beat on the first part, so enter simply becomes entered with one T. Second, if the word already ends in two consonants, there's nothing to double. Jump ends in M and P, so it's just jumping. Third, if two vowels sit before the final consonant, the vowel sound is already long, so you don't double. Rain has two vowels, A and I, so it becomes raining with one N. Break any one of the three tests and you leave the letter alone. Let's put two words next to each other and judge them. On the left, run. One vowel, one consonant, and the stress is on the only syllable, so we double. Running. That side earns a check. On the right, jump. It already ends in two consonants, M and P, so there is nothing to double. Jumping. That side gets an X. Same story with the next pair. Stop follows the rule, so stop becomes stopped with two P's. But enter breaks it because the stress falls early, so enter stays entered. Let the three tests be your judge every time. Now the second rule, the one you probably learned as a little rhyme. Write I before E. In most everyday words, the I really does come first. Believe is spelled with the I tucked in before the E. The same goes for field and peace and chief. So in the ordinary case, I comes before E. Hold that picture, because in a moment we'll meet the two situations that flip it. Here's the first twist, and it's a famous one. Except after C. When those two letters follow the letter C, they swap places, and the E jumps in front of the I. Look at receive. After the C, it is spelled EI, not IE. The same flip happens in sealing and in receipt. So the little rule grows. I before E, except after C. Right after a C, the E comes before the I. Here's the second twist. When the letters make the long A sound, the one you hear in the alphabet as A, they're also spelled EI. Think of neighbor and way and 8. Each one sounds like A, so the E leads and the I follows. Put the whole rhyme together and it goes, I before E except after C, or when it sounds like A. Finally, a small honest warning. A handful of words simply refuse the rule. There, weird, and C's don't follow the pattern, so you just memorize those few rebels. Let's gather both rules into a quick pair of checks. For doubling, ask 3 questions. 1 final consonant, 1 vowel before it, and stress on the last syllable? If yes to all 3, double the letter. If any answer is no, leave it single. For spelling I and E, ask 2 questions. Are the letters right after a C, or do they make the long A sound? If yes to either, flip them to EI. If no, keep the ordinary I before E. And keep those 3 rebels in your back pocket. There, weird, and C's. Ready to practice a few together? In this first set, decide whether to double the final consonant before the ending. Run the 3 tests each time. 1 final consonant, 1 vowel before it, and the stress on the last syllable. Pause the video and choose before I reveal the answer. Add ing to stop. Which spelling is correct? Stop ends in 1 consonant, P, after 1 vowel, O, and it's a 1-syllable word, so the stress is on it. All 3 tests pass, so we double the P. It's stopping, with 2 P's, not stopping. So the answer is stopping. Add ed to enter. Which spelling is correct? Careful here. Enter ends in 1 R after 1 vowel, so it passes the first 2 tests. But listen to how we say it. Enter, with the beat on the first syllable, not the last. That 3rd test fails, so we do not double. It's entered with 1 R. So the answer is entered. Add ing to jump. Which spelling is correct? Look at the end of jump. It finishes with 2 consonants, M and P. The doubling rule needs a single final consonant, so it doesn't apply here. There's nothing to double. It's simply jumping. So the answer is jumping. Now for the vowels. In this set, decide whether each word takes I before E or flips to E before I. Ask the 2 questions. Is it right after a C, or does it make the long A sound? Pause and choose before I answer. Which spelling is correct? R-E-C-I-E-V-E or R-E-C-E-I-V-E? The key is that letter C sitting right before. Our rule says I before E, except after C. Since these letters follow a C, they flip, so it's E-I. The correct spelling is receive, so the answer is receive. Which word is spelled correctly? B-E-L-E-I-V-E or B-E-L-I-E-V-E? There's no C in front, and the letters don't make the long A sound. They say E. So we use the ordinary rule, I before E. The correct spelling is believe, so the answer is believe. Which spelling is correct? W-I-E-G-H or W-E-I-G-H? Say the word out loud. Way. It rhymes with day, so it makes the long A sound. And when the letters sound like A, we spell them E-I. The correct spelling is way, so the answer is way. Let's gather up what we learned, and what a journey it's been. To decide about doubling, check 3 things: one final consonant, one vowel before it, and the stress on the last syllable. When all 3 are true, you double, like run to running. When any is false, you don't, like enter to entered. For the vowels, remember the rhyme: I before E, except after C, or when it sounds like A, as in believe, receive, and neighbor, with their, weird, and C's as the stubborn exceptions. And with that, you've reached the end of Grade 7 Grammar. You've built an incredible foundation, one lesson at a time. I am so proud of the work you've put in. Congratulations, and keep writing.